How's it going? In today's video I'm going to be making a duck soup with ricotta gnocchi and artichoke with broccoli and Parmesan cheese. So for the acorn squash, I'm going to take off the top and the bottom to make it easier to cut. Get it in half like that. Now we're going to drizzle with honey and season with salt and pepper. Now we're going to bake at 400 degrees for about an hour until the potatoes and the squash are both tender. Alright, so it's been sitting here for a couple minutes. You can see all of the water that's come through on both sides. So we're going to take about 8 ounces of this. And now add in our 1 ounce of the grated Parmesan, 3.5 ounces of our flour, our egg and egg yolk, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're just going to mix this with a rubber spatula to combine. This is what our finished dough looks like. I'm going to scrape this onto a floured bench. And dust the top with a little bit of flour. And just kind of press it into, and cut that into quarters. Now we're going to take one of them, roll it, cut in half again, and then cut those in half. A sheet tray lined with parchment paper and semolina flour. Alright, so the potatoes have been gone for about an hour, so I'm going to cut them in half, and then scoop out the potato. So I'm going to transfer the potatoes into our strainer. Push these through. And we're just gonna kind of let this sit until it loses its steam. So I've got the riced potato here, and I'm just gonna add 1 egg yolk that I've whipped up. Alright, now I'm gonna add 22 grams of flour. Just kind of evenly. Now we're gonna add about another 10 grams of flour to the top of this. Just fold that in with our bench scraper. Alright, and that's what we want it to look like. Alright, so I've got my disc of the potato gnocchi on a floured board. And I floured the top too. So we're just going to quarter this. Roll this out to the thickness you like. And the two up. Got about inch long gnocchis. So I got a salted pot of boiling water. I'm just going to drop in our gnocchis. And these are fresh, not frozen. So I'm going to cook about 1 to 2 minutes, or until they float for about 30 seconds. Alright, so I've got some butter in a non-stick pan that I've kind of let the water evaporate out of. I'm just going to put our gnocchi into the butter. Give it some time. Some salt. Pepper. And we're going to cook these for a couple minutes on like medium heat, just until these are browned. Alright, that's what our finished gnocchi looks like. I'm just going to move it. We got the nice caramelization on it, and it smells amazing. So I've got another pot of boiling water that's been salted. And add the potato gnocchi to it. And same as the ricotta, we're just gonna cook for a couple minutes until they float for about 30 seconds. Alright, so I got a pan with some melted butter. I'm gonna add the potato gnocchi to it. Alright, and then just added the carrots to some butter. I'm gonna saute that to go in my squash puree. Alright, so now that the carrots have browned a little bit all over, I'm gonna add the shallots to the pan. And just keep cooking that until the carrots are nice and tender and the shallots are translucent gnocchi. Nice and golden brown. Beautiful. So I've got the cooked squash. I'm just going to take a spoon, kind of scoop it out of the skin. Alright, so I've got the acorn squash, the carrots, and the sauteed shallots. And I'm just going to put these into a Vitamix and blend it until it's a nice fine liquid. Now I'm going to add in the tomatoes. Alright, so I got a pan of hot oil. I'm just going to add in the broccoli, broken up a little bit. And then add a lid. Cook for about 5 minutes. I got a duck breast, which I've seasoned with salt and pepper. And I'm just going to put that in another hot pan. Cook on each side for about 4 minutes. 5 minutes, and the broccoli is nice and steamed and bright green. So I'm going to add in some garlic and some lemon juice. I'm going to put the lid over to reduce the flare up. Now we're just going to top the cooked broccoli off with some grated parmesan cheese. Alright, so for our soup, I've got about 24 ounces of water boiling. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. Stir that in. I'm going to let that cook a little bit. Alright, and now I'm just going to add in the artichoke hearts and let those absorb some of that stock flavor for about a minute. Alright, so it's rested for a couple minutes, and now I'm just going to slice into little thin strips. Now we're going to cut these into bite-sized little chunks. And now I'm going to add in the cooked gnocchi to the soup, and just give that a quick stir. Now we're ready to plate. So to start our plating, we're going to take our squash carrot mix, put a little bit in the middle of the bowl. Alright, and now we're just going to ladle in and there you have a duck, artichoke, and chicken gnocchi soup.